Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. Welcome. We're here today to run through a little tutorial looking at a couple of tips and tricks we can use with this great new software, Manycam, to enhance our sessions, enhance the students' learning process for them, make it more enjoyable. So as we go through, please just have a quick look up in the top right corner. Anything you see me use today that perhaps you don't have in your menus, in your software at the moment, you can download it here for free. If you click on the top right corner here, the little cross or plus sign there, click on Get More Effects. That will open a link in your web browser taking you to the Manycam website where you can download any of these for free. Obviously, just bear in mind as we're dealing with children, we want to make sure that it's appropriate for them. We're not going to upset them or scare them. I want to use good judgment with what we use. So here's a couple of things that you may wish to use, a couple of ideas. Particularly, we're going to focus on greetings. So right from the beginning of the lesson, we can use some of the features of this software. If we click down here on our right hand side, we click onto effects and then we'll go to emoticons. So we've got a few different ones here. We could perhaps have our greeting. So we could have our greeting. Hey, hi. Just livens up the page a little bit, doesn't it, when we're starting off there. We could perhaps put the smile and the crying face on. Yeah, we could even use that to talk about how are you? Are you sad? Are you happy? Are you happy? We can take that even a stage further, actually. If we click off emoticons, we come down to face accessories. One of the ones you can download here is tears. I'm sad. Are you sad? We could have those tears. I love the tears. It's great. Good fun. Good fun with the tears. So there's a couple of ideas just for starting off there with our greeting. What else could we do? Well, it's nice to introduce ourselves and our name, isn't it? So a couple of ways we can do that. One way is by clicking on the drawer on the right hand menu bar there. We then have a text menu, typical formatting tools, the font, the size, the color, the background, etc. We input the text in this box here. So, for example, you might want to put your name in there. So I've put my name. My name is Matthew. Then I just come up to the top here. I slide text to on. And then I can say, my name is Matthew. Matthew. That might be one we want to use. Or, of course, we can use, if the student's a bit more advanced, actually, and wants to introduce ourselves in a bit more of a professional way, we can come down to, on the right-hand menu bar, lower third. So if you add a new lower third, then you get to choose the banner that goes across at the bottom. So we can choose which one we want. I've gone for this one here. We can then input our name. We can put our location as well if we want to. And then we just simply slide it on as well. So, hi, I'm Matthew. I'm from London, England, and we can crack on with the lesson. Get into that part of the greeting there. Very good. So there's a couple of ideas we could perhaps use with greetings. Of course, there's lots of many other ways we could explore. Just coming back to the effects, perhaps you might even want to use one of the face masks with the children. If a young child, you could start meow from the beginning as a cat. It's a very popular one. Cats seem to be very popular. They seem to love cats as pets over there. So that's a nice one to use. Also, what else could we perhaps use from some of these features we've been talking about today? Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes with the lower levels, when we're trying to teach conversation, we're trying to teach language chunks, it can present a challenge because much of their learning experience until coming here, of course, would be repetition. So perhaps you're trying to teach a question and an answer. But when you try to teach the role play, the student always just seems to repeat whatever you say. For example, one of the lower level chunks that is taught is, hi, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. So when you try to then say, well, you say, how are you? I say, I'm fine, thank you. And then you try to do a role play and they don't quite get it and they still repeat both sections together with you. Well, of course, we can use puppets and different things, soft toys, teddies, to try and differentiate between the two chunks of language, different characters. But of course, right in Manycam, we can do that as well using the masks or the accessories. So if we click on effects, coming back to face accessories, we can scroll down. There's lots of different ones we can use. One I like to use is robot. So we could say, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. So we could use the robot. Of course, there's little characters we can download faces for. We could even be an animal. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Or what's your name? My name is Monkey. Of course, we can mess around with that. You know, the kids love having fun with all of these. So a couple of tips really for making the conversation role play a bit easier for them to understand. We're talking about two different sections of text here, a question and an answer, and learning to differentiate when one character is speaking to another. So hopefully that little tip has been helpful. Of course, there's many other ways you could explore on Manycam, lots of other features to use and explore and enhance their learning. But just thinking about conversation and greetings, what we've covered today, just by adding those two things, trying to vary it, of course, you will. For the student, make their lessons a lot more enjoyable, and hopefully, in turn for you guys, our ratings will go up as well. So, thanks very much for listening. Have fun. See you. Bye.